You tapped a card against a small gray machine this morning. The screen blinked green. A tiny digital ghost moved from your name to someone else's. You probably didn't whisper to yourself, "I just paid to exist for another day." But you did. The coffee, the roof, the silence, all of it had a price. You are the only creature that does this. No sparrow swipes a beak across a terminal for a twig. No fox pays a monthly den fee. Somewhere in your mind, you've accepted something so strange it has become invisible. Most people assume this is just how complex societies work. That's not what happened. Something in the human mind fractured millennia ago, and we've been paying the emotional debt ever since. Before farming, humans moved through landscapes as participants, not owners. Then came the first granaries. Surplus grain required guarding, counting, distributing. For the first time, a human could possess more than they could carry. And if you have more than you can carry, you need a system to protect it. That thinking birthed walls, laws, ledgers, then rent. Money came later, a mutation of thought. A coin is a promise abstracted into metal. It says, you gave value, now the world owes you. Except the world has no memory of your sacrifice. So we invented a symbol everyone agrees to accept. That agreement transformed us. The direct chain of survival, effort into sustenance, was broken, replaced by a middleman made of metal, then paper, then code. The psychological cost is enormous. A wild animal's fear is immediate and resolvable, but our threats are abstract. Job loss, bills, inflation, they are phantom probabilities the brain cannot fight or flee from. Yet the amygdala fires just the same, a low hum of vigilance with no off switch. Consider the
rent ritual. Anthropologically, it's a sacrifice to a god. A portion of your life force, hours worked, is offered to a disembodied entity. In return, you are granted permission to exist in a specific cubicle of space. Miss the sacrifice, and the cosmos punishes you. Ancient peoples made offerings to ensure the sun rose. You make digital offerings to ensure your key still turns. The structure is identical. We just no longer see the altar. In 2019, researchers discovered that even anticipating a financial loss activates the same brain regions as physical pain. Paying is literally a form of suffering. We've designed a civilization that requires this low-grade suffering multiple times a day. We are self-harming for survival and calling it normal. Walk through a city. Glass towers aren't buildings. They're monuments to abstraction. Each floor is a layer of stacked payments. The higher you go, the more sky you can afford. Public sidewalks remain free, one of the last vestiges of the ancient right to roam. But stand still too long, and you're moved along. Loitering is the crime of existing without a transaction. The scale keeps expanding. To manage strangers,
We invented credit scores, a numerical judgment of your reliability as a payment-making organism. It follows you like a predator's scent, determining where you can nest. A low score is a modern scarlet letter, branding you for failing to adequately sacrifice. There is no opting out. Even off-grid, you inhabit a world where ownership is violently enforced. Every inch of Earth has a price tag. You are born into debt. The hospital generates a bill. You arrive owing something. That is a uniquely human curse. Animals pay too, but their payment is the body itself. The gazelle runs, survives, and the debt is cleared. Human debt never clears. It accumulates, compounds, follows generations. We pay today for meals eaten by our grandfathers, or borrow against the labor of our grandchildren. Now turn the lens inward. Your walls are rented. Your device is tied to a plan. Even your attention is monetized. You are a node in a web of payments, a point of value extraction. The only way to stop pain is to stop living. And even death generates costs. The grave itself may be a rental plot.
What if civilization is a trauma response, a desperate attempt to control the uncontrollable by turning life into units? Terror into a spreadsheet. The granaries were psychological buffers against panic. That promise became a cage. We traded the peril of the unpredictable for the certainty of servitude. In the forest, there are no transactions between animals, only presence. Indigenous cultures treated land as a relative, not a resource. But the dominant culture treats land as dead matter, divided and sold. The logic of payment has colonized even the molecular level. The final shift? Humans pay to live because we invented a secondary reality and forgot it was an invention. Money is a collective hallucination that can evict you. We cast a spell on ourselves, and it reshaped the world. So, when you see a bird on a fence, remember, it owes nothing. Its life is its own. We live between two worlds, the biological creature we are and the economic entity we must perform as. That tension is our quiet tragedy. We built a cathedral of value and locked ourselves inside. And every month, we polish the bars. We could have lived differently. We just forgot how.